Hello students, welcome you all on Divine Public School e-learning platform. Myself Sanjay Kumar Tripathi and I am going to teach you computer science of class 8th. Today we will discuss chapter number 2 and name of the chapter log on to MS Access 2010. It means MS Access 2010. Okay, so we will discuss each and every topic very first. So let's begin. Students, very first we will discuss most important topic of this chapter. These are what is database. Second topic is there what different types of database. There are generally two types of database that we will discuss each and every type of database in types of database. Next topic will be there structure of database. Then Microsoft Access 2010. It means it is also a type of database, Microsoft Access 2010, which we are going to discuss. Next topic will be there features of Microsoft Access. Means what are the features we can use in Microsoft Access 2010. Next one is there components of Microsoft Access 2010. And then creating a blank database, means how to create a blank database. This also we will discuss. And afterward, at the last, how to save, how to close, and how to open an existing database. That also we will discuss one by one. Okay, maybe you all understood which topic we will discuss or which topic we are going to discuss in this chapter. Students, now I am going to explain each and every topic one by one. So very first topic is there what do you mean by database, means what is database we will discuss very first. So as database is a organized way or it is organized collection of data. Generally it stores and accessed electronically from a computer system, and all the database stored in a tabular form. All the data stored in a tabular form means all the data stored in a table, and this table means all the data we can keep in a table only, and this table only known as a database. Okay, usually a database controlled by a database management system. Usually all the data it can be controlled by a database management system which is known as DBMS. Okay, I hope you all understood what is database. Okay, next topic we will discuss means there are two types of database. Total two types of database will be there. First one flat file database and second one relational database. First one flat file database and second one relational database. Okay, generally flat file database refers to data files that contain records which have a small fixed number of fields. Okay, means in flat file database we can use only a small number of fields and it not show the relationship between all the tables of the database. It means it will be without any structure relationship, means there will be no any relationship between all the type of the flat type of the database, flat file type database. Okay, example of flat file database is Microsoft Excel. If we can create multiple tables and we want to interrelate between, means we can create the relationship between that, it is not possible. Okay, so in flat file database we cannot create the relationship between them. Okay, next one is there relational database. As per the name relational database, it stores data in several tables. Okay, and links those tables to get common piece of information. It means if multiple data will be distributed in multiple tables, then we can access all the data, all the information from multiple tables. It means this can be possible by using making relationship between them, and that's why this type of database is known as relational database. Okay, example of relational database are Microsoft Access, SQL, Oracle. Full form of SQL is structured query language. Full form of SQL is structured query language. Okay, maybe you all understood each and everything very well up to here. Okay students, now I am going to discuss next topic of this chapter, and next topic is there structure of database. Okay, I am going to explain each and every part of this database. Means structure of database means there are multiple topics will be there related to database, such as query, form, reports, table, and element of table, in that one field, record, and data. So I am going to explain each and every component of the database. First one, query. Okay, first one is there query. So what is query? I am just going to explain very first what do you mean by query. So query database means a database stores vast amount of data, means huge amount of data it can store by the database. Okay, but queries are help us to retrieve the filtered data based upon the some condition, means which type of database we want from the whole database. Means if a huge amount of data is stored in a database, then which type of database or which type of information we want, that is possible by using query only. Okay, I hope you all understood what is query. Different types of query are there, such as action query, delete query, update query. Means for doing different types of action, for doing different types of means operations, we are using queries, such as if we want to delete any particular data or particular row or column, or if we want to update any information in the table or in the database, then these things we can do by using query only. Next topic is there forms. Okay, so I'm just going to explain form. Generally form are user friendly interface. Okay, and it facilitate the process of entering data into the table. Means if we want to enter the data in the table, then it can be possible by using form only. Okay, means by using form we can enter data as well as information into the database. One more thing, means if we want to forward query to the next table, this also can be done by the form option only. Okay, next topic is there report. Students, generally report are used to display the selected data in the printable format. Okay, and report collects the summarized data from one or more tables and queries, as well as it organized into the printable format. So I hope you all understood all three types of means components: query, form, report. Okay, next topic is there table. As you all are knowing very well, table is a combination of row and column. Okay, you all are knowing very well also about the table, and you can see here also one table is there given. This is known as row, this is known as column, and the intersection of row and column is known as a cell. Okay, so table is a means combination of row and columns. Some elements of tables are there given. First one, field. Students, you can understood by seeing the image of the field. Means fields are the column name of the table. Means there are different types of columns are there. You can see that roll number column, father's name column, English subject column is there, maths, Hindi subject column is there. So these all are the field's name, means this is known as field name. Okay, so this is known as field also, and field name only. One more thing, each and every field having only one type of data. If you can see, you just see that in roll number column only number type of data inserted. Okay, in father's name column only textual data inserted. Okay, it means each and every field contain only same type of data. Maybe you all understood what is field. Next topic is there record, means next element of the table is record. So record displays the all the information related to a particular person, means such as if we can discuss students whose roll number is 1. Okay, his father's name is Sandeep, his English mark 89, his math mark 79, and his Hindi mark 60. So record displays the all information related to a particular person or particular entity. Okay, so this is known as record. And last topic is there data. So each and everything whatever written in each and every cell, that is known as a data. So you can see that this is also a data, this is also a data, means each and everything whatever written in a particular cell, whatever entered in a particular cell, that is known as a data. So I hope you all understood each and everything related to this topic, structure of database, in that query, form, report, table, and elements of the table also. I hope you all understood very well. Okay students, now we are moving on the next topic of this chapter, Microsoft Access 2010. As you all are knowing very well, one of means software suite installed in our computer system, that is MS Office. Okay, that is MS Office suite. MS Office suite contains different types of software such as MS Word, Excel, PowerPoint, as well as many more softwares are there. So in that one, MS Access 2010 also provided. Okay, so I am just going to explain what is MS Access 2010 and what are the roles, what are the features of MS Access 2010. So each and everything we will discuss one by one. So very first, what is Microsoft Access? So Microsoft Access is a most powerful and popular relational database management system. Means it is a database. As I told, there are two types of database. First one flat file database and second one relational database. So MS Access means Microsoft Access is a relational database. It is a part of relational database. Okay, so and it is most powerful as well as most popular database is there. So it's generally full form of RDBMS is a relational database management system. Okay, it is used to organize and manipulate data in the form of the table. Means as I told, all the information it will be written in the form of the table only. All the information, all the data entered in a table only, and that table only store different types of information in the MS Access. It provides facility to create the relationship between different types of tables, as well as if we want to add, update, delete, view or retrieve different types of data, that we can retrieve also by using query, as well as if we want to print a specific layout, then we can use report also. So it, as I told, different components of MS Access, that it means query, report, form. So these all are using for different purpose, as I told. So it provides the relationship between different types of tables also. So I hope you all understood what is MS Access 2010. Now I am going to explain the feature of MS Access 2010. Means what are the features of Microsoft Access 2010? So first feature is there, it provides the facility to break a large information into the small parts. Means generally each and every table can contain a huge amount of data, a vast amount of data, but if we want only few things from them, then we can access only few part by using query. Okay, so it can break a large amount of data, huge amount of data into small parts. Next topic is there, it increases the efficiency, speed as well as flexibility in the searching and accessing information. Means we can get efficient data from the database. If we want to search any data from the database, then also we can search data very fast by using MS Access 2010. Okay, so it provides the facility to efficiency, speed as well as flexibility for searching as well as accessing information. It provides data security also, and it maintains the integrity. It means generally each and every software having its own different features, as Microsoft Access also having feature to provide the data security. Data security means we can secure our data by using different methods, such as by protecting means lock, or by protecting some password, as well as we can maintain the integrity of the data also. Okay, next one is there, it uses queries, reports and form for the different purpose. As I told, queries are used to find the data which we want from the whole database, and report are used to explain or it convert printable format, and form is used to get the input from the user. So I hope you all understood up to here. Means what are the different features of MS Access 2010. So next topic is there, component of Microsoft Access 2010. So students, if you can see this image, then all the things will be very clear. At the top you can see title bar is there given. Title bar means where we can display different name. Means it title bar displays the name of the software, means which software we are using, it displays the name of that particular software. Next one is there, it is there given quick access toolbar. Quick access toolbar is used for accessing any information quickly. If we want to save data, then also we can do it by using quick access toolbar. If you can see that there is the file tab. File tab is used for different purpose, such as open, create new document, create new database, as well as if we want to exit from the database, then also we can exit by using file tab. Okay, next one is there given tab. Okay, tab is used for different purpose, such as it is also known as menu. So each and every tab having different purpose. Means we are using tabs for each and every tab we are using for different purpose. Object tab means whatever you are using. If you are using table, then here table will be there displayed, means table name should be displayed. If you are using query, then query also will be displayed. So each and every object which we are using, that object means that will be displayed in the object tab. This is the work area, means where we are doing different types of work. We are storing in image, we are storing information, data, means different types of data we can store. So that we are using to store, as well as we can retrieve data from the work area only. Okay, next one is there given ribbon. So ribbon is their place where different types of information, different types of tools are there given, so we can access that tool from there only. Here it is their group given. Group means it can combine multiple type of tools. that is known as group. You can see that navigation bar. Navigation bar means it represents all the tools, all the objects which we are using as table, as well as different types of queries, as well as different types of form report, that it will be displayed in the navigation part. Okay. Next one is there given status bar. Status bar displays on which page we are there, means where is our cursor, as well as it displays the status of the data. Next one is there given view buttons. There are different types of view. We can see that, means we can see our data in the form of different views, such as means if we want to open our data in the slide show view or in another view, then we can slide sorter view, or different views are there, it is given, so we can use views button. Okay. And downside, it's one more given button, it is there navigation buttons. So by using navigation button we can move forward, as well as we can move on the previous data. So I hope you all understood each and every component of the Microsoft Access window. Okay students, now I am going to explain how to create a blank database. Okay, how to create a blank database. So very first we click on the start button, then we click on the all program option, okay, from the pop-up menu, and then we should select Microsoft Office, and at the last we click on the Microsoft Access 2010. Then automatically Microsoft Access 2010 will be open. So by default blank database option is selected, okay, and if it is not selected then you can select, but by default it is selected, okay. And afterward you just click on the blank database, and then you write the file name in the text box, which file name you are going to create that database. You just click on that particular file name, okay, write that file name, and then click on the create button or click on the create option. Automatically one new table name 1, means table 1 named database will be created, or database 1 will be created. In that one means each and every table having its their own name, so each and every database 1 will be created. So, and if you want to open any database by using shortcut key, then you can use Ctrl+N, where Control is key and N is another key for creating new database or blank database. So I hope you all understood that how to create a blank database. Okay students, now I am going to explain how to save a database. If we are creating a database, we should save also. Okay, so for saving database, very first we click on the file tab. I explained file tab in the components of components of the Microsoft Access 2010. In that one I explained file tab. Okay, so when we click on the file tab, automatically one drop down menu will appear. We click on the save database as option, and then save as dialog box will appear. We should write file name, means by which file name we are going to save our database, then click on the save button. Finally our database will be saved. If we can save by using shortcut key, then also we can save it by using Ctrl+S. Now if we want to move out from the database, means if we want to come out from the database, if we want to exit from the database, then we can click on the file menu and then click on the exit option, means select exit option. Automatically we can move out, means automatically we will exit from the database. So I hope you all understood very well that how to save a database as well as how to close a database. Next topic is there, how to open an existing database. Means if any database already made and it is created in our computer system, then how to open it. So very first we click on the we open Microsoft Access 2010, then we can select open option from the file tab. Okay, we click on the file tab, one drop down menu will appear and we should select from the open option. Okay, afterward we can select desired file from the open dialog box, okay, and then click on the OK button. But if you are not finding your database, you can write that particular database name and then click on the OK button. Then it will be search from the, means one search option will provide to you. You can search from there your own database and then click on the OK button. Then that database will be opened, means selected database will be opened in front of you, okay. And if you want to use shortcut key for opening any database, then you can use Ctrl+O. So students, I hope you all understood each and everything very well. So thank you student, thank you so much. If any problem will be there, or if anything you all are having any query, then you can contact to me. I will surely solve your problem. Thank you student, thank you so much.